Hello everyone, welcome to your English class. So dear students, today we are going to start chapter number 9 and 10 together of our English reader book, that is Comet part 1 and part 2. So let's begin with the first Comet part 1. In this story Comet part 1, Dattada is an important character. He was an amateur scientist. Basically means he was not a scientist or astronomer, but stargazing was his pastime. He used to spend long nights studying the stars. His one ambition in life was to discover a new comet. For that purpose, he wanted to buy a telescope, and the name of his telescope was Divya Chakshu. Next important character is in story is Indrani Devi. That was Dattada's wife, and she was an orthodox woman. So let's start with the summary of the chapter number 1, Comet Part 1. Dattada is an amateur astronomer who secretly dreams of discovering a comet. It was December and cool breeze from the wind disturbed the sleep of Indrani Devi, that was Dattada's wife. She had a rival in her own house, and that was none other than Divya Chakshu, and Divya Chakshu was Dattada's telescope. He was also obsessed with his work that he overlooked his health. He was so engrossed in the work that he spent most of his time in observing the sky through the telescope. He then faintly observed a stranger in the night sky. Soon he did calculations in his pocket calculator and finally discovered a comet. His discovery was published in Giles and soon he was almost a celebrity and attracted much fanfare. However, Dattada was uncomfortable with meeting too many people. Though the comet was named after him because of the crowd phenomena, he loathed achieving his dream, that is, discovering the comet. On the other hand, Indrani Devi was worried about the discovery based on the belief of comet bringing ill omen, which Dattada mocks to be a superstition. When the discovery of the comet attracts international science community, they find about the catastrophe awaiting the earth. Sir John, who is the defense security advisor in England, thought his friend Taylor comes to know of a paper written by Dr. James Fawcett that predicts the comet's collision with Earth in 10 months. Sir John then calls on Dr. Fawcett and discusses with him to avert the comet from colliding with the Earth. They decide not to frighten people by explicit mention of a danger so close to Earth. So, Dr. Fawcett's publication was toned down and finally they started planning a conference of international scientists. So now we will see what happened in the comet part 2. Datta was invited to attend a secret conference by Sir John along with other delegates. The meeting was over by 1 am. Sir John dropped him at his hotel, contemplating by looking at the stars about the forcing calamity on the earth. James realized Sir John's efficiency as he successfully invited experts from various fields. Experts were constantly tried hard to come to a decision. They rechecked James' calculations and analyzed Comet Datta's movement. They anticipated that comet might have an impact on an area that it might touch while passing through the earth. Yet they wanted to prepare themselves for greater impact. The suggestions that emerged out of the discussion were including underground bunkers and hitting hard the comet to deflect its course. The first idea was rejected for its impracticability, and the second one needed lots of nuclear power to explode the comet. However, the second option needed too much attention. It could not be considered a foolproof decision. Its secrecy needed to be maintained and was given a code name Project Light Brigade. It was decided that payloaded spacecraft would be dispatched on December 10. Then a nuclear explosion would be done on November 15. December 15 was expected to be the date when Comet Datta would collide with the Earth if they failed to detect the path of the comet. Everyone, including Datta, was apprehensive as the size of the comet was uncertain. His friendship grew with Sir John during the week. Sir John was not hopeful and said that he would not buy any Christmas gift. During his stay at the British Isles for 2 weeks, he visited observatories and exchanged views with other astronomers. When he landed, he was greeted with warmth and pleasantries. He didn't like ceremonious welcome. He was shocked to see a Panjal at his home. With inquisitive eyes, he looked at Indrani Devi. She informed him that she invited the priest to bless him and to perform yajna. He called that visiting foreign land is not a taboo anymore. Shivaji Babu, his brother, came in her rescue and defended her action. That triggered the anger of Datta. He detested their behavior and emphasized on a scientific approach. His brother tried to convince in the name of their wise forefathers. Bond of Dattada and Sir James grew with time. They appreciated each other's qualities. The scientific outlook was understood fairly by Sir James. Both of them took great care in discussing progress in Project Light Brigade without taking its name. Comet Datta circled the sun and developed a tail. The scientists were sure of a collision. Datta received a letter in October with hidden details of proceeding in the project so the spacecraft was finally launched. Their only fear was whether they would collide as per plan. Datta hid his apprehension and anxieties. He participated in every function and festival. Khoka, his grandson's company during the day and looking at the skies through Divya gave him peace. He monitored the movements of the comet which could then be seen by the naked eye. Manoj Datta became nervous when he received a letter from a telex message from the British Consul. He immediately rushed towards his Rangoli shop and read the message carrying the message of John Macpherson. The message had informed about purchasing of Christmas gifts by Sir James. This was a hint of successful annihilation of the approaching comet. Confident, Datta told his wife that comet won't bring any havoc on anyone. Indrani confidently took the credits and said that Yajna at home took away the threats of destruction from his family. Datta had not performed any yajna, so he asked her again. Indrani replied that on the advice of Guruji, Khoka was deputed and performed all the rites as he was the descendant of his family. Datta tried to imagine the scene where an innocent child was made to chant mantras he doesn't understand at all. In contrast to the traditional approach of his family members, the constant efforts of a group of scientists put in their endeavor to solve the problem. Datta could analyze the difference in approaches of the tradition and modern science. He felt the gap could not be filled. It was too wide, yet he wanted to bring close to the two different worlds. I hope now this story is clear to you. For better understanding, go through the chapters once again. Thank you and have a nice day.